Hi guys, good morning. Welcome to the inside of my i40. I'm sorry for not posting any video for quite a long time. I remember today to film and to do a report of the issues I mentioned in the last video, because today we're going to the dealer again. Yes, we're going to the dealer again. That's very nice. I think it's better for them to accommodate me there, and that's it. We will save plenty of time. So today, and going back to the last video where I reported you the issues I was facing with my i40, today we are trying to fix steering problems. So what were the issues with the steering problem? I felt some knocking on low speeds and in cobblestones. When going through cobblestones and rough terrain, going slowly, the steering wheel was knocking a lot. It felt like it was loose. So I went to the dealer once. And a different dealer from before, because the first dealer, or I better say the last dealer I was, told me that there was no issue whatsoever, everything was okay, and clearly was not. So this is a common issue when dealers tell you that the car is okay, there's no problem, but you know that for sure the car has some kind of trouble. So we went first time to this new dealer to diagnose the problem, and the guy took some parts off, tried to diagnose it the best he could, and just for driving the car he could tell me that really there was an issue with the steering column. So there are two issues with the steering column right now. They will be replaced in warranty. One is the power assist engine with the rubber coupler, that pointed star rubber coupler that is famous throughout all the Hyundai models, because it's really been an issue with Hyundai cars. And then there's a joint on the steering column that has some play on it, so it needs to be replaced. And this is the third time, because the first time they thought they had the right part, but then they verified it and checked out that the part needed was not the one they had in store, so they had to ask Hyundai for another part. They didn't have it in Spain. That's where they save all the parts, where they store all the parts for Iberia. So they had to, I think that's why it took it so long, they had to ask it to the factory. And because for this chassis, because it was one of the first, it was a transition model. This is the facelift car, I must remind you. They didn't have the rubber coupler all alone, so they had to put the rubber coupler and the power assist engine, power assist steering engine. So yeah, everything's going to be changed today. I will also, because we're still facing some vibrations at speed, 90-100 kilometers per hour. We're still facing some vibrations with the in the steering column, in the steering wheel. So I will first try to check if that vibration reduces or goes away with the replacing of these parts. If not, and today I'll also ask them to check the shock absorbers and the rubber mounts on the shock absorbers, so to try to throw away any kind of anything is causing this vibration. Of course, I will have to check the tires and the rims also. Everything's going to be checked. I'm losing my patience, but I not lose all my patience yet. So another thing that's occurred me, that has happened to me these days. This was a couple of days ago. I turned the car. I had the TPMS tire pressure monitoring system light on. I've checked my tire pressure all around, and all the pressure is okay. I read the manual, and it means when the light is always on and there's no warning light on the see, when there's a low pressure tire, you give this light a triangle light warning, a red one, and on the main screen in the display you get a graphic where it shows you which tire needs to be checked. So right now I read the manual, and because that thing is not coming on, it's probably one of the sensors on the wheel that has gone wrong. So I'll ask them to check this out. So stuff is always going on. So some stuff is always going on. We're always having some issues with this car, and you know, I think it's life. So I already tried to trade the car in for something else, but this is trash for other brands, and you know, it's always trash. Is also is trash for Hyundai, because Hyundai doesn't value the car that much. It doesn't value the car. It values the car as much as other brands. So for them, this is also trash. So it is worth shit for them. So I will have to try and solve the issues, or else if I trade in the car for another one, I will lose a lot of money, because the car was almost brand new when I bought it. I paid premium for it, so you know, I don't want to lose that much money when trading in the car, and you know, I'll just have to be patient with it and try to solve the problems as they are coming through with the car. So about last video, I would like also to tell you that my clutch problems are, remember I had the dual clutch gearbox, the 7-speed dual clutch. This was a process that took almost half a year to solve, because first they just replaced the clutch plates. So the discs, the clutch plates. Then that didn't solve the problem, and they just replaced the double mass flywheel, and that didn't solve the problem either. So we were back again to the shop, and every time you replace something, they have to check it, they have to order it, you have to wait, you have to go there again for them to replace it. So every time you change a part, you need to go there 2-3 times each time. So you know, it's just exhausting, and I don't have time. I have to work. My work takes me a lot of my time. So yeah, it's been a bit hard to solve all these issues. I know it's not a disease or something that bad, but it just wears you off. So the clutch problems are now fixed, because the actuators, the motors that actuate both clutches had to be replaced. So I don't know what kind of diagnose they do when they have the car on the elevator, and when they have the parts taken off, but diagnose is shit. It's lousy, it's lazy also, and it just gives you a lot of trouble, because they try to go by steps, even though they know sometimes that the problem is on other kind of part, but that's the protocol. They have to stick with the protocol. They have to do what the brand says they have to do. So I can understand that, but that's a pain in the ass for us, and sometimes it just takes too long. People give up on trying to fix the problems, and I understand why. I can see why they do that, because I've also already thought about it, and you know, it's just because I'm patient. That's it. So some of the issues are being solved. Other experiences with the car is poorly is poorly put together, so lots of noises are coming through the cabin, going on rough terrain, you know, bad tarmac. The car it looks like just is going to fall apart sometimes. Plastics are just squeaking all the way and everywhere, and everything else is, I think, okay, but every time I turn the car on, I just expect something to go extremely wrong or extremely bad. So I promise to not be away for this much long as I was this time. I promise to give you an update on the issues that we're trying to solve today, and I will tell you what was the result, what happened when fixing this steering column issues. So I promise that, okay? I'll try to do my best, as I always do. We're in Portugal. It's sunny. It's a great weather. It's a bit colder right now, but that's okay for me. I love this type of temperature. This is my favorite time of the year, where there's sun, there's no rain, and it's a bit more chill, so it's very, very, very cool. So bye, and thank you for watching. Bye.